Welcome to That's No Class. I'm Brian Berumen.
And I'm Morgan Darian.
Welcome back to the home of class. Friend, you know, every time I wear this hat, still to this day, I get compliments on it.
Really?
Every single
The
time.
good old buffalo in the
good
sunset?
old buffalo. If you can't tell from our show logo, I like buffaloes.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. It's on our logo.
It's like on everything that we have and do. All right.
Wild.
Time for some news.
Now here's the news.
Okay, this story is my absolute favorite story of the month. And I have to give a shout out to my colleague Mark Ronner at KFI for telling me about this first.
Okay,
Maybe
nice.
people already know it because it was fairly popular, but if you haven't heard it, here it is. And there's an update, which I hadn't heard anywhere. So, a guy was repairing his boat off the coast of St. Martin, which is an island in the Caribbean, when his boat got pulled out to sea. He was lost, and he didn't know how to get back because he drifted so far out. And he ended up being lost at sea for 24 days straight.
No, thank you.
So, he only had 3 things to eat, and you would love one of these.
Oh, no. What?
Garlic powder.
Oh, my gosh.
You love
Yeah,
garlic
just by
powder.
itself? Yeah, love it. Okay.
Bouillon cubes.
What?
And a bottle of Heinz ketchup.
Oh, no.
So he collected rainwater with a cloth, and he had to regularly scoop water out of the boat so it wouldn't sink. He wrote help on the side of the boat, hoping that somebody would see him.
Oh, my God.
He became known as the Ketchup Boat Guy. But his real name,
That's a terrible nickname.
everyone knows him as this.
The ketchup boat guy?
Yeah, he's Ketchup Boat Guy, because he survived on ketchup.
Sure.
But his real
Makes
name
sense.
is Elvis Francois,
Oh,
which I think is the coolest name ever.
That's
it's
really
way cooler than
cool.
the Ketchup Boat Guy. But anyway, I'm going to continue to refer to him as the Ketchup Boat Guy.
okay.
So he was finally spotted by a plane and picked up by a container ship 120 miles off the coast of Colombia, which is
Whoa.
all the way on the other side of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
He abandoned his boat and he was taken to a Colombian port where the Colombian Navy checked him out and they said that he was healthy. Everything was all good. Colombian Navy reported the rescue back in December, but since then, he's basically disappeared.
What?
And Heinz loves this story.
Yeah, of course.
Heinz loves this. And so they took to their social media in February telling the world, help us find the Ketchup Boat Guy. We want to buy him a new boat.
Oh, that's
Okay.
cool.
They can't find him.
What?
He is like just gone. He lives on an island on the Caribbean. And even in this modern day where everybody is instantly reachable, they couldn't find him. Which I love because in this modern world, there are still places to get lost, man. You want to go off the grid? You can go off the grid. You're just not committing hard enough to getting off the grid because, man, you can get off that grid.
I guess.
But anyway, so,
Or else he's gone.
well, 2 weeks go by.
Oh, okay. There's
4,000
more to the story.
likes
I like this.
on Heinz' original post
Okay.
saying, help us find him. Heinz says that it reached 4.8 million people, this post.
Wow.
Major TV news outlets talking about it. So many more people know about it also because of that. Still no Ketchup Boat Guy. But just last week, Heinz announced they found him. So thanks to Emo News, which is a news outlet on the island of Dominica, which is where Ketchup Boat Guy is from, actually, Heinz got in contact with him, and they talked over Zoom, and they're working out how to get him a new boat.
No way. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool. Really
Was
cool
he
story.
just like, he didn't even know that they were looking for him?
I don't think he knew. Super
That's
cool.
a good story.
Super cool. Obviously, great PR for Heinz. All right, what do you got?
Oh, okay. As you know, most of my news is not actually news. So here you go. Breaking.
Okay, breaking.
The Merriam-Webster Dictionary Twitter went wild this past Tuesday because they tweeted out, non-native English speakers, what's a word from your language that you think is perfect that doesn't have an English equivalent? And I really like words. And since I'm approximately 1/30th of our audience, I'm going to share some of my, some for my own entertainment and well-being. Okay, there's an Arabic word that means the quiet time when you're the only one awake in the house and you can enjoy a cup of coffee before the day starts.
Do you know how to say it?
I don't know how to say any of them, but I'll try. It's like subiv.
Okay. Nice.
Someone's going to be like,
if you know how to pronounce
sound
this
like an
word,
idiot.
let us know. Call the
I'm very
voicemail and
sorry
tell
in
us how to
advance.
properly pronounce this word.
Okay, there's a Japanese word that means acquiring books and letting them pile up without reading them.
Oh,
This
yeah.
would apply to you.
Apply to me. My huge
like
stack of books next to the bed.
Sundoku or something.
Okay, cool.
Okay, there's two more. There's another Japanese word that means lonely mouth. This describes when you eat even though you're not hungry, like when you're bored or lonely.
You know about that one, right?
Unfortunately, yes. Okay, and then there's a Mexican Spanish word that means hug with the soul.
What's it called?
Apapachar.
I haven't heard that one.
It's from a specific area because they
Oh,
called
yeah.
out a specific area, so I
yeah.
figured it was more
There's a lot of regional
localized,
slang
yeah.
and stuff like that. Very cool.
Isn't that a cool word?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I like all these words.
Yeah, and what I loved about this whole Twitter feed is that whoever was running the account replied to literally everyone.
Oh, awesome.
It was
That's-
so nice and cool.
Hey, you know who else would
really
do
liked
that? Is us.
Yeah, we would.
You freaking write something to us, we will reply.
Just,
We already
just
have.
one.
We'll continue.
Just one comment.
Hey,
Please.
they got a heart. All right, very cool.
Okay.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And guys, if you know how to pronounce any of those words, please call us back because I would love to say them correctly. All right, well, when we come back, we've got more news. Then we've got a new segment where I'm going to give you guys master level knowledge for free. It's all coming up. Thanks so much for listening. We love having you all here. We'll be right back. Welcome back. It's time now for more news in our segment we call Double News.
Now here's the news.
Again! Stupid.
All right, friend, what do you got?
The only reason I'm sharing this story is because I want to be a good mom. But I'm nervous because even if I'm pretty good at it, all these outside factors are going to make it hard. And while I don't usually share serious stuff about myself, I'm going to say 3 things to give this context. 1, I've had an eating disorder since my teens, categorized as EDNOS because I've done a bit or a lot of everything. 2, I absolutely am not shaming how anyone looks no matter what, ever. I simply thought this article was wild and I want to consider it in terms of future parenting practices. 3, if talking or hearing about food or fitness triggers you in any way, skip ahead to the next news story. If you jump forward a few minutes, you should be good. Okay, so a BBC article says that by 2035, so like a little over 10 years from now, half the world will be overweight.
Crazy.
Classed as obese or overweight if action is not taken. They expect that from 2020 to 2035, it will have doubled for children and teens. This is insane. Like, how are you supposed to parent a kid with a world full of sugar and calorie-dense packaged foods? Because if you tell them, no, you can't have that, then you're teaching them that they can't trust themselves and you're making them, like, perhaps want it more. And if you say, have whatever you want, there are kids who will go completely off the rails. So, like, what do you do? I'm at a loss. When I saw this, I was shook.
I mean, yeah, that's a wild number. That's
It
a wild
really
number.
is.
It's so hard to find food that isn't processed too,
Yeah.
honestly. Like, I've thought about it, and
Mm-hmm.
as much as I love Trader Joe's and the things there, and I think, oh, I'm just
Right.
getting simple foods, look at the ingredients
Yeah.
list. It's completely
It's not.
processed.
Yeah.
Eating the Costco, it's so hard. And as a family, we
Right.
buy these things because it's affordable. I get it.
Because
I
it's
get
fast.
it completely, and it's fast, but
Yeah. I
it's
know.
not good.
I know the article is like, so we need to find root factors. I'm like, hello, people. We know what it is. It's lack of movement and high density
Yeah.
calorie foods with lots of sugar and salt.
Yeah.
This is not rocket science. This is food science.
No, I know.
Okay,
You want to
like-
talk about root factors? We don't grow our own food anymore, and
Yeah.
we don't have to go gather that food anymore. There's our root factor.
Yes. And like last week, I'm talking about how high schoolers can do their PE class online. Like,
It's true.
just help them out a little bit. Make them do PE at least.
That's true.
Like,
I didn't
help
know.
me. Help
I
me.
didn't know what you meant by that, but now you're totally right. They gotta
It's
film
wild.
themselves exercising in the backyard or in the parking lot, wherever. Like they gotta get outside and they
Something.
gotta exercise.
Yeah, teach them how to throw a baseball, please. I love it. Yeah, there's too many things to worry about.
No,
So-
it's scary, man. I mean, it's
Yeah.
a hard future that we're.
Yeah, I
And
don't know.
present.
If anyone has any answers for me, please, like, send them my way. Because
Yeah.
it's just a really daunting topic.
Yeah, and I like the idea. And it's funny because you and I had such different upbringings.
Yeah.
You had a very
We didn't have,
strict-
like, sugar in the house.
Yeah, and my mom, I had no rules whatsoever. I
Right.
could eat whatever I wanted.
Right.
And for some crazy way,
Mhm.
I don't like that kind of stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I don't eat
Yeah, that's
crazy.
true. You don't really like sweets very much.
I don't, but
It's interesting. But I know other people who, like, grew up that way, and they
yeah.
can't even handle having it in the house, and, like, it's
Yeah.
just too much.
yeah. And
They
I
just eat it all the time. So it's like, what makes a person one
don't
way or
know.
the other? I don't
think
know.
That's what we're talking about, root factors. You want to talk about root factors, it's in here. The root factors
Maybe.
are a
Yeah.
psychological thing or something. And this is
I
not,
don't know.
I'm a firm believer in this type of thing that there aren't quote unquote solutions.
Right.
I like people like to say, oh, this is how you solve crime. And oh, this is how you solve that. And this is how we help teen mental health and stuff like that. And it's like,
Right.
no,
There's just
there's,
like some things.
it's
that-
probably
yeah.
individual.
True.
Just
True,
like
true.
I won't keep. We could talk about this. We could keep talking about this forever. But
Yeah.
since we have a brief show, I love this topic that you brought this up.
It's just
and
interesting to
it's-
consider at least and like really pay attention to. Yeah. So send advice to a future parent who, God, so many struggles.
It's gonna be all right, friend. It's gonna be all
We'll
right.
see. We'll see.
They're gonna be great.
Maybe.
Where they don't have a choice over whether they're going backpacking or not. So they're gonna be hiking up the mountain. They're gonna be
Yeah, but then,
brainwashed
like,
into thinking.
maybe they'll never want to move again.
I mean, Lily
don't know.
hates hiking,
I know.
but I got there too late.
Okay.
Gotta brainwash them. The outside is fun. This is fun.
Okay, cool.
All right.
What's yours?
All right. So it's Oscar week.
Uh-huh.
One of my favorite events, something I watch religiously every year. My
Of
2
course.
cents, Top Gun Maverick, and Everything Everywhere All at Once. The only two
Sweet.
competitors. Throw out the rest of the list. I don't care.
You're so crazy.
But I am a person who watches drama, and I
Right.
watch all the stuff, and I have agreed with every single winner of the Best Picture for the last 10 years. But
Really?
this-
That's
yes.
bold.
I watch it all, man. Nomadland was legit.
Dang.
People really hated that movie. I
Yeah,
thought
they
that
did.
movie was really, really good. Anyway, though, Everything Everywhere All at Once, very
I mean-
accessible, I think, but great. Anyway, all that to say,
Okay.
I know a lot of people haven't seen it yet.
But hasn't it like sold a lot of tickets?
Yeah, it made $100 million.
All right.
Biggest movie ever for A24. But still, if you talk to
Not quite.
people
Okay,
anecdotally,
it's not out there quite
yeah,
as much.
I don't know anybody who's
Okay.
seen it. So, whatever.
Are you just speaking from your own
What? Which
personal
part of it?
experience? You're just like, I don't know anyone who's seen it, but
Isn't that what
it
people
sounds
do,
like
though?
100
How else are you supposed to know
1,000
things?
tickets or whatever.
That's what I do with literally everything. That's like Peacock. Everyone's like, oh, Peacock's got all these subscribers. Who has Peacock? I don't know a single person who pays for freaking Peacock. Anyway,
Out of the 5 people
back
you know.
well, out of my 5 friends,
Yeah.
but I have a diverse array of friends.
Okay.
Anyway, back to my story. Thank you very much. So, if you haven't seen the movie yet, they did an auction where they
Oh.
sold off props that were in the movie and costumes that were in the movie. And it's a really
Yeah.
wild movie with a lot of really wild costumes and a lot of wild props.
For sure.
And but I want to put a spoiler alert here because
Okay, yeah.
from this point forward, skip ahead about
Yeah.
2 to 3 minutes probably. Stop the show. Pull out your headphones.
All right.
You've been warned. I don't want to ruin it for you guys.
Yeah.
Okay, so they sold the hot dog hands for $55,000.
No.
The Elvis costume, all kinds of stuff. The rocks with the googly eyes,
Uh-huh.
13 grand.
For a rock?
Just rocks with eyes stuck on them. But whatever, I'm down.
Amazing.
But the biggest selling thing that got
Uh-huh.
the highest price, and again, spoiler alert, everybody,
Okay.
the Raccacoonie puppet. $90,000. Well worth it.
Gosh.
Well worth it to me. I am so jealous, for real. If I had the money and I could throw away 90 G's and not like blink, I would totally buy that thing. It's like the greatest punchline or visual gag or whatever you want to call it in movie history.
So true.
And for those who haven't seen the movie, if for some reason you don't care about the spoilers, go watch it and tell me that I'm wrong.
So funny.
Few movies keep the laughs going or ramp them up during the movie's climax, but they went there, which is a big part of why I think it's Best Picture, because it's so creative and they went places that other people wouldn't go. Congrats to the person who took Raccacoonie home.
That's awesome.
And all the proceeds went to charity, which is awesome.
Okay.
Really cool ones that are specific to the movie. Asian mental health, laundry workers, and some trans activism stuff.
That's really cool.
So cool.
Okay, good for them.
Very cool.
That's really cool.
Cool little auction. And yeah.
I love it.
All right, well, when we come back, we're going to try something new here. An adulting public service is what I'm going to call it.
I like that.
Trying it out when we come back. Stay with us. Welcome back. All right, so you guys know by now that I was a mechanic forever, over a decade. A factory-trained and certified master technician for a luxury car dealer in LA. And I don't do it anymore because it didn't make me happy. In fact, I was miserable. And I don't regret for a single second leaving the shop behind. But funnily enough, now that I'm out in the corporate world, there's nothing I get asked about more than car advice. It's guaranteed once a week somebody's coming up to me. But the skills that I have real value and let Morgan and I enjoy advantages that I realize more and more not a lot of people have. Like, I can fix basically any machine that exists and repair most anything around the house or on a car. It saved us on washing machines. It saved us on a lot of things.
I was like, throw it out.
Yeah,
I don't know what's wrong with it.
I'm like, it costs $800. She's like, so?
I don't know how to fix it.
I fixed it for about $15. So anyway.
Oh, like it's done.
I know how to do that.
It's life, it's done.
But beyond the mechanical knowledge, I just think about cars in a very different way than most people do. And I wanted to share some ideas and some advice with you guys because this is my show and we do whatever the hell we want on this show. So why the heck not? Why not help out the listeners and you guys?
There you go.
Maybe this is, a lot of people are afraid to ask questions.
It's true.
And they don't until they know that somebody knows something. So I'm here. We're here for you guys all the time.
So many times I hear people who are like, I went to the car dealership by myself.
Oh.
And like they're just like, it was horrible.
That's terrible. It's a terrible experience, and I get it.
Because you know nothing about anything.
You know nothing. It's a very complicated and weird world.
Yeah.
So we're going to call this segment Free Car Advice. All right. So when I first brought this idea up to Morgan, she asked, well, what do you want to talk about? And I said, oh, man, the car world is so big and complex, and I need to lay so much groundwork just to be able to get to things. And she gave me her look she does when she thinks I've just said a terrible idea that's going to drive you guys away. But she's kind, and she wants to humor me, and so she asked, like, what would groundwork be? And I said, well, warranties. I would start with car warranties. And she said, I think everybody already knows about warranties. And I said, no way, dude. Nobody knows about warranties. Almost every single question that people ask me has something to do with a warranty.
That just sounds wild to me.
I know it's wild and I know it's weird. If someone asks you, you know what a warranty is? They go, yeah, I know what a warranty is. But really, do you know what a warranty is?
Yes. I just assume my warranty doesn't cover it.
See, that's a way safer bet than what most people think, which is, oh, my warranty covers everything forever.
Okay.
I have a warranty. And they think that means
I don't
like,
even check. If something goes wrong, I'm like, guarantee I don't have a warranty.
Okay. So this is perfect. So this is just going to be a simple little thing about warranties. Okay. So just to lay this all out for everybody. A warranty is for brand new cars.
Makes sense why I don't have it in my head.
Me too. So It is for manufacturing defects on brand new products. It basically means we made this badly, so if it fails on you, we will replace it for free.
Oh.
That's what warranty means. Generally, it's bumper to bumper, meaning anything in the car is covered. That means it has to fail on its own.
Right.
If something breaks or you snap it off or whatever, it's not covered. Like if a rock hits your windshield, that's not covered by warranty.
That's hilarious. I thought it was.
No. Tires, popping tires are basically never covered by warranty because tires are constantly hitting the road.
Right.
So it would be crazy to warranty that. And they only last for a limited time from when the car was made or a mileage limit. And it's very short. People would be surprised, I think, at how short this is. For example, we have Hondas. Honda has a 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty. That's it.
Okay.
That means that after 3 years or up to 36,000 miles, you have to pay for it because your car is too old.
Yeah.
And that's what it is most people buy used cars like us.
Right.
And they think that they still have some kind of warranty, but you don't. The manufacturer does not cover your car for very long. And that's the crazy thing about car ownership is that most car loans are 5 years or 6 years. So even if you bought the car brand new, that means that your warranty is already expired before you're even done paying the car off.
Right.
Sometimes only halfway through paying the car off.
Okay, this was more interesting than I thought it was going to be.
These are just things to be aware of. They're unavoidable.
That's
There's nothing that you can do, but it changes the way you think about a car.
Yeah, I definitely thought it was more like insurance and like they would just replace stuff.
They will, but for not the reason that you're thinking of. Yeah, and only...
I thought it was way longer too.
No. It doesn't. That's why I'm around, friend, is to fix the things when they break.
There you go.
But not everybody has me.
So I don't have a warranty.
No, you don't.
And for those just joining us, Thanksgiving, my car was broken into, and we actually talked about it on the show a bit ago.
Yeah, we did.
They broke my key entry, so I looked it up on Amazon, and I can buy a second remote. Thoughts?
So my tip, you always buy car keys, certain components, you 100% buy from the dealership because it does need to be programmed, and it's a little remote transmitter that has to sync up with your car.
Right.
That person selling that on Amazon doesn't have that. They're either selling you an old, empty, junk key that doesn't work anymore, and they've cleaned it up so it looks clean.
Okay.
And they say, here you go. This will work with your car. It won't.
Okay.
So watch out, everybody. There are all kinds of things out there that's not going to fly.
Really funny.
So anyway, if you guys ever have any questions about, what I've said today, if you have like a specific question you want us to answer on the show, maybe we'll do this again. I'll talk about something. Holler at us. Any of the platforms, email, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, voicemail. I will respond. I'm here to help. I don't do it anymore. Thank God. But the knowledge is still here. Yeah. So take advantage of it, guys.
Nice.
All right. Well, when we come back, it's that time. No Class Picks of the Week. Stay with us. It's time to wind down the show here, bring it to a close the only proper way with our No Class Picks of the Week.
You're just a jealous,
no class,
lazy bum.
No class pick. Okay.
All right, friend, what do you got?
This one is up for debate.
Okay.
Okay. At a restaurant. My restaurant.
Always.
Table A takes a business phone call while eating and has it playing quite loud on speakerphone.
No class.
Table B asks them to turn it off.
Class.
Table A explains that her mom is almost deaf and needs to have it that loud. Table B says, okay, we get it, but it's really loud. Can she step outside? Table A loses it and tells this young man in front of his mom and brother that she hopes he gets cancer and goes deaf. It escalates from there. Is the no class move to have your phone on speakerphone so loud in the first place, or is it to not give some grace if someone has a disability? Both tables ended up crying at some point when processing it with the wait staff.
Okay. regardless of your condition,
Yeah.
you should know that a phone on speaker, regardless of the volume,
Right.
is disruptive in a dining
Yeah.
environment.
I tend to agree.
And if you know that you have an issue, all you have to do, children, for me, perfect example. Children are disruptive. All you need to do is take them outside for a minute.
Yeah.
Just step away.
It's so true.
The unwillingness to step away
Yeah.
and the feeling that everyone else should cater to you,
Right.
regardless of your disability, is no class. You don't do that. I mean,
Okay, that's what I thought too, because I did feel bad though, because everyone was crying.
I mean,
Everyone is yelling and crying.
it's really emotional.
It
You're
was a wild time. I had to talk them both back up in separate areas.
Oh, and by the way, you say that one of the people at the table told the other person that they should get cancer,
Cancer, go deaf, and
die.
Yeah. I was like, whoa, that's a bit much.
That's a bit. I mean, that's a little more than no class. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
That's a bit too much.
That's crazy.
There.
I am not at all saying anything about the disability and the inability to hear. I'm
Yeah.
just saying that you should know that and either
Right.
say something to the people around you, hey, everybody. But no, you can't because
No.
you're still going to be on the phone. You shouldn't be
Yeah.
on the phone regardless, whether you can hear
Yeah,
or not.
because it's a shared space.
It's a shared space.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a wild interaction, man.
It was insane.
Oh, my God.
It was truly wild.
Jeez.
Got hugs from both of them.
Whoa.
I'm a therapist.
Well, good thing you're in the middle there. You won in that scenario.
I won 2 friends that day. Okay, what's yours?
All right. You know why I love our listeners?
Okay.
Because they know they can talk trash to me about anything I've ever said,
Okay.
and I'm here, and I welcome it, and I'll tell the world about how y'all talk trash to me. All right. So this week, I had multiple people reaching out to me directly. A guy from Huntington Beach broke the record for the most consecutive trips to Disneyland. 2,995 times. That's 8 years, 3 months, and 13 days of going to Disneyland every day that it's open.
He went every day?
He went every day that the park was open. And you probably guessed it already, but this dude is my no-class pick of the week. And remember that we enjoyed our trip to Disneyland, but guys, come on now, come on. Is anybody going to back me up on this one? 3,000 times almost, 8 years going to this park every single day?
Can't imagine doing that.
Come on. This is wild, man.
Everyone's sending this to you?
People sending it to me. People are like, oh, I bet you love this. I bet you love this story. And I'm like, man.
Okay, I have one more small no-class pick.
Okay.
It's super short. Listeners of the land, hear this. When Brian goes to Subway, he gets the meatball sub. Okay, fine. Love the meatball sub. Here's where it goes awry. He then adds every vegetable offered. Here's where it's absolutely no class. He then adds mustard. Are you kidding me?
Hey, I like what I like. What do you want
want
from me?
Insane Subway sandwich I've ever heard of in my entire life.
Meatball sub. It's still a meatball
You
sub.
can't make fun of anything I eat anymore, ever, ever again.
It's a meatball sub.
With the mustard on it?
You know,
I would
so
love to speak to some Italians about this.
This is a quick origin of the Subway sandwich. It was just one time I ordered a meatball sub, and they slid it over and said, "You want veggies?" And I thought, this didn't occur to me at all, but sure. So they threw the veggies on, and they're like, "You want mayo mustard?" And I was like, mayo's crazy, but mustard? All right.
Mayo's crazy.
So they put the mustard on it, and I ate it. And you know what? It tastes almost the same as any other damn Subway sandwich. All that crap tastes the same. So whatever, man.
You're so
You know what?
nuts.
I'll stand by my sandwich. Try it.
All right.
It's not wild.
Okay.
Maybe I am no class. I don't know. I don't have any perspective on these things, as everyone knows. I just talk. All right, guys.
Okay.
That's our show. Thanks so
Yeah.
much for being here and hanging with us. Thanks so much for listening. I am the no class.
Your sandwich is no class. Maybe you're okay.
I'll accept it. I'll accept being no class. Thanks so much for being here and hanging with us. Thanks so much for listening. Reach out to us everywhere. We're on Twitter at That's No Class, Instagram at That's No Class, YouTube and TikTok. Join the conversation. That's no class at gmail.com. And as always, we want your no class picks. Call the voicemail 8777 no class.
8777 no class.
We love hearing from you guys. We love to have your stories on the show.
Yeah, we do. Oh, stay classy.
Stay classy. Have a great week.